Side, if you're in the lawn care industry, if you are in the lawn care industry, I always got to put my logo in there. You don't want a client that's trying to save $20. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by this. I had a client, right? Been maintaining their property all year for $80, right? So as the season started back, let everybody know when the schedule is gonna start back up, whatever. And I told people, hey, be starting my schedule back up second week in March. Let me know if you want to get on the schedule this year. If you need me to come sooner, just let me know. All right. So pull up to this one guy's house. I noticed the property was already cut. So I just shot him a text. Hey, Mr. Such and Such, I see your property's already been cut. Let me know if you want to stay on the schedule, because he already told me he wanted to stay on the schedule. Let me know if you want to stay on the schedule. So I was sitting in front of his property when I was typing his text. Well, he ended up coming outside, and I just tossed, hey man, how you doing? I see you got the grass cut. This is what he told me. He said, yeah man. He told me the name of the company that's cutting it. He said, yeah man, they cutting it man for $60. And I was wondering if you could price match. I said, well, if they cutting it for $60, it'd be best if you just stick with them. I said, he said, well, they don't, he said, the way they operate. Now, this is the people that's cutting his neighbor property. The neighbor property getting their property cut once a month. So, I mean, I don't see how the guy's making money. He cutting the property once a month for $60. That's his business. And ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, this guy wanted me to price match. I said, nah, I don't price match. I just prefer you to go with the deal that you already have on the table. And then he was saying, well, this guy has a full-time job, and I would have to call him every time I need it cut. But I think $60 is fair. I'd say, yeah, if you and him have already agreed on $60, again, I would go with him. Now, see, that guy, that's not the type of client that I want, because he's worried about saving $20 instead of saving his time. And here's what I mean by that. Now, we all know it's just cutting grass. It's not rocket science. Never mind the easy service that he already had. And here's what I mean by the easy service he already had. Once he would have confirmed, yes, put me on the schedule in March, only thing he would have had to do was pay his bill. The property was maintained, everything running smooth, right? So he going with this guy because he want to save $20. He want to save $20 a service. You don't want to market your business to people that's trying to save $20 here, $40 here. Now, I'm not saying don't save money, but this is what I'm saying. If you have something that's working and everything is smooth, why would you uproot all that for $20? I'll give you an example. Let's say I got this welding job. Look, I had this welding job over the winter. They was paying like $31 an hour. And you can get like 60 to 70 hours a week, right? Why would I quit that job for $2 more an hour? Let's just say the job I was working is 20 minutes this way. And then they got another job paying $2 more, 20 minutes that way. Right. If I'm already over here working 70 hours a week, $31 an hour, I'm not running over here for 33 at 70 hours a week. Because number one, I don't know the working conditions over there, and I'm not trying to find out. Everything over here is smooth sailing. Everybody cool. Everything is perfect. I'm not going to run over here and start working for a devil for extra $2 an hour. I'm going to give you another example. I had this happen with a client, And this is why I started blocking numbers. Because once I'm done working with you and I see that me and you is not a fit, I'm just block your number. I had this client, this was years ago. He ended up going with a cheaper service and they ended up breaking one of his windows. And he told me he couldn't get a hold to the guy. Well, the guy didn't have insurance. And that's what you get when you have a cheaper service on your property. When I break a window, I have a glass company. I have an account with the glass company. Only thing I got to do is send measurements, take a picture. In about 2 days or the next day, depends on the time, that window is fixed. You don't have to worry about none of that. With this guy, he got to sit here, oh man, why you had rocks in the yard, man? I remember a guy said, I remember I had a client, he said that, man, why you had rocks in the yard, man? Blame the client like it was the client's fault. But hey, I mean, you get what you pay for.